welcome to another free tutorial video brought to you by rcnightmare.com. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to prepare tires before putting them on the rim. Basically one simple step, but if you complete it sloppy, you're in for trouble down the line. So we're going to look at some 1/10 scale. I've got an Associated B41 that needs some new tires. So we'll just look at the rears because these are a little bit different. These are just low-C rear tires. I will say from experience, using the low-C wide body rib in the front, these are fine. You don't need to do a lot to get them ready. But the rears are a little different. Why? Because the foam is junk in these. I don't know why. I don't know why it ended up this way, but just the foam inserts for these are no good. So I'm going to show you how to do a foam insert. Get it ready for gluing on the rim. We'll just do one tire because they're all exactly the same. You'll notice the tire comes out, it's not exactly perfectly round, right? I probably had something sitting on top of it or something along those lines. So we're gonna take the foam out that came with it. I'm not saying you can't use this. This is just something I've learned over the years. Get some nice J Concepts tire insert foam. About $5 from your local hobby shop. But you'll notice it's not, my biggest thing is you get it and it's so deformed because it's crammed in there like this. Just get it where it's already together and looking nice. It'll save you a lot of troubles down the line when you need to glue. You don't want to have things be uneven. So the foam inserts, if you can see this, there's a groove on the inside. Very simple. You just kind of cram it in there a little bit. And then you want to pull out kind of the inside part of the tire so that you get the foam completely in the groove where it's supposed to be. And a common mistake people do after they get this all lined up is they don't actually put the rubber back in afterwards. So you can see, got a nice, pretty nice insert, no creases on the inside. Everything looks pretty good. But when you want to put this on the rim, this is actually the line you're going to use to glue. So this actually goes in later. So if you grab the rim, here's some rear wheels, Team Associated. Again, you can interchange these things. People bake them or boil them off, although I prefer baking because I don't like soaking the tire foam. But rim, tire, very simple. Stretch the tire out a little bit. Get it around the rim. Sorry if I'm kind of jumbling around and trying to keep it on the frame, but also keep watching the tire. It's more difficult than I thought it would be. Real important tip when you're putting these tires on the rim. So now you see that crease I was talking about on the outside? This actually folds in and goes over the inside edge of the rim. This part here. This is where you're going to apply the glue. But let's get it all tucked in like it should, and I'm going to show you something that I made a mistake on the very first time I put together a tire. It's really important to make sure the foam, you notice it's kind of rough on it, right? Kind of jostling it around, trying to get everything to fit. Well, it's important that you make sure the foam on the inside stays how it should. Because what happens is you can get bumps, creases, or unevenness in the tire. Then once you glue it, you've got yourself a major headache because you've got to unglue it if you want, or buy a whole new set of tires and rims, or run it with a huge bump on the tire. Nobody's going to do that, right? So I've got the tire almost ready here. You want it all, if you can see this, it's not as tight as this side. This side is right up. This is perfect. This side, there's a little bit of this inner lip exposed. You want to do everything you can. Sometimes it's because a tire just needs to get pushed in or pulled out like this. Sometimes the foam is actually uneven. It's all a very important step. You don't want to shorthand this because once you glue it, it's glued, right? So it's all on now perfectly. I like to roll it out a little bit. Check the front. The front's on perfectly. And that's how you put the tire together. The only step left is gluing it at this point. So we'll put all 4 tires together and then we'll shoot a video on how to glue them. You need a little bit of glue. It goes a long way. But that's how you prepare a tire for gluing. And for these questions and many more, make sure you check out our website at rcnightmare.com.